Google, the parent company of YouTube and other online platforms, admits to censorship at the behest of the Biden administration. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. We've been dealing with this whole issue of Jimmy Kimmel, who was not fired by ABC. He was not fired at all. He was taken off the air, as I have written and documented, because of pressure from affiliates who thought he went too far. Kimmel came back on the air on Tuesday night and talked about it and said, he didn't mean to offend people. And, he's sorry if he offended people. Kind of one of those half apologies, right? But there's been this whole talk about free speech under the Trump administration and how autocratic they are and that they're trying to shut things down. Look, I do not think that the Trump administration should have used the head of the FCC, Braden Carr, to threaten stations with having their licenses revoked. That is beyond the pale. That is too much. But I still believe that Kimmel was taken off the air because affiliates revolted against ABC and their parent company Disney and said, this guy said too much, went too far. Kimmel was asked to apologize. He refused and was taken off the air rather than let him go on the air and double down on what he had said. So that is, something that people are talking about as free speech. But let me ask you about this. Google, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, Alphabet, Google, YouTube, all of them, they were taking people and deplatforming them all during the COVID-19 lockdowns and during the Biden administration. Why? Because if they questioned the election integrity in the United States, they were shut down. Google has released a letter to the committee in Congress looking after this issue. And they said, reflecting the company's commitment to free expression, YouTube will provide an opportunity for all creators to rejoin the platform if the company terminated their channels for repeated violations of COVID-19 and elections integrity policies that are no longer in effect. Why were they doing this? According to the letter sent to Congress, it's because the Biden administration would pressure them. Just like when Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook talked on Joe Rogan about how he was, having his employees yelled at by Biden administration officials to take down material that they didn't like. This is far greater than anything Trump has done. What the Biden administration did during COVID on the election integrity, what they did to social media is far greater than anything that Trump has done regarding Jimmy Kimmel. Give me a break. Kimmel is still on the air and he's still not funny, but he's there. Other people were shut down because they disagreed with the administration. They had their voices removed because they disagreed with the administration. That is beyond the pale. That is what cannot be accepted. And that is a real violation of freedom of speech, not what happened to Jimmy Kimmel, where a private company decided to suspend him because he was causing them headaches. Massive difference between the two. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Share this on social media. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.